Well, the New South Wales Deputy Premier John Barilaro has declared the Nats are back after candidate David Layzell all but secured victory in the crucial Upper Hunter by-election. For more on this, we're joined by state political reporter Ashley Raper. Good morning to you, Ash. Now, the Deputy Premier has been out in Singleton this morning. What's he had to say?
Yes, the Deputy Premier John Barilaro, Catherine, has been out. He's given very much a victory press conference this morning with the Nationals candidate David Layzell, and they are very confident that they will get across the line. They haven't totally declared victory, but I think the numbers speak for themselves, and there is no way that Labor will be able to catch them. And this is considered a very good win for the Nationals. Normally in a by-election that there are swings against a government, and in this it looks like that they'll potentially, after the preferences and on two-party preferred, there will be a swing to the Nationals. Now, this was very much a grassroots campaign on local issues, but it was also about the government and their record. And here in the Upper Hunter, they've obviously rewarded the government, they've rewarded the Nationals. Now, it doesn't solve all the government's problems. They are still in minority, but they are not as far in minority now as they were. But John Barilaro, the Deputy Premier, spoke this morning and said that this is a good step forward for the Berejiklian government.
We did our bit. The Nats have kept us where we have to be. The Nats have kept the seat of the Upper Hunter. I said at the start of it, the decision that I made in relation to dealing with Michael wasn't about minority government or not. It was actually about setting a standard that we needed back in Parliament. And today we've been returned. The public have trusted us. They've accepted that it wasn't the party nor the government, and it's not about minority government anymore. Look, we've got to govern, and we've got a plan going forward. And with the crossbench support, we'll always rely on them, and nothing changes today.
So, Ash, what does the result mean for Labor?
Look, this was a disastrous result for Labor by anybody's standard. Their primary vote dropped by about 8%, and it's sitting around 20%. And now this will put a lot of pressure on Labor leader Jodi McKay. Now, there have been some within the party who have wanted to remove her from the role. They believe that she is not cutting through. And obviously, with this result, that does fit into that narrative. And this might provide the opportunity or the moment to have those frank conversations to try and remove Jodi McKay from the role. Now, Labor isn't conceding defeat. They're saying that it's too close to call. Last night, the leader, Jodi McKay, says Labor obviously needs to do better, especially in the regions. It is interesting, though, this is Jodi McKay's strategy, really, as leader, to try and fight in the regions. And she was born in this electorate. She's in the Upper Hunter. She was born in Gloucester. So this was a very personal by-election for her. And for her not to be successful or even to go backwards, this is a huge blow for Labor, and it'll be very interesting to see, Catherine, what happens over the next few days with Jodi McKay's leadership.
It will indeed. Ashley Raper joining us from Singleton in the Upper Hunter of New South Wales. Thank you.